كانت عندنا سنوات صعبة، لكن الحمد لله سمو الشيخ صبر علينا، واليوم نحن بدينا يعني نجني ثمار اللي زرعناه.
Actually, we put this horse in, there's a 2-year-old in training sale usually it takes place in April in OBS, it's in Ocala in America. And we've gone there the last two years, tried to purchase a few horses that we thought would suit the dirt here in Dubai. So we purchased the horse last year in June at that sale just because of COVID, it was a little bit different. Someone called Doug Cotton bought the horse for us. We watched his videos here and we liked the horse, so this is how we came to the stable.
No, this is our favorite horse because from day one, before the sale also, I had told Nicholas to buy this horse. So from the day he went for breeze up sales, so I knew this is a very good horse.
Oh, Flatter has done quite a few good horses on dirt. We have a horse called Economic Model here that is by Flatter. The mother, Shanani Song, has actually sired a horse called Favorable Outcome. That was a good racehorse in America that is by Flatter as well. So Muhib is a full brother to Favorable Outcome, which has placed in a few Group 1 races. So at least, we knew that the cross had worked already from the pedigree. It doesn't always happen that half brothers are full brothers. If one is good, the other one might not be as good. But obviously, the mother must be a good mare, and she's thrown a second nice horse. Luckily for us, and Flatter is maybe not the most popular sire in America, but he's been consistent with dirt runners. And maybe that's why we were able to get the horse at that price. If he was going to be with another sire, then if he would have been buying into Mischief for another sire, he might have been more expensive than this. But we were fortunate enough to be able to buy him.
The way he's bred is, by Flatter, definitely he'll be from mile to mile and a quarter. He can go. Distance is not a problem. He's got a bright future.
Here we're fortunate to have air conditioning in the stables as well. So, during the whole summer the horses are stabled and under air conditioning. So I think it makes it easier for them to get accustomed to the weather. And, for the racing season we have beautiful weather most of the time anyway. No, he's very laid back. Actually we don't ask them. We train, most of the morning. Usually he'll train second or third lot for us. He's a horse that loves to sleep, so usually early in the morning when we come, he's always kind of sleeping and taking a rest. But no, he's very straightforward, and even in his training, we've had no issues. Well, as friendly as can be, horses are horses. He bit his groom maybe 2 or 3 days ago, so no, but he's been a kind horse, and he's very easy to be around.
He's very friendly. He's one of the kindest horse you can say in a horse stable. His temperament is very good. He's very relaxed, very sweet,
Sure, we've had a few setbacks. He was supposed to run a bit earlier than what we did, but we had a small setback with him. It took us 2 or 3 weeks to get back into his normal routine. But that's why we came back. We wanted to run at Meydan first probably instead of Jebel Ali, but we had to run here just because of timing. And otherwise he's been pretty straightforward. Well, I think he's a very versatile horse. He won at Jebel Ali and he won at Meydan. I'm not going to tell you where he prefers, but he's been very versatile, and I think either surface is not a problem for him.
الشوط هذا كان جميل جدا، من احلى اشواط الموسم اللي شاهدناها. سباق التحضير لسباق 2000 جنز، وهي بصراحه بيض الوجه بعد انتقاله من الارضيه في جبل علي الى ارضيه الميدان، واحرج الخيول المرشحه.
Back and and they're off and racing away quickly. Mashakal out wide, Naval Crown bounced away quickly, and Muhib through on the inside.
Well, you know, we kind of left it a little bit of free rein to the jockey to do as he wishes. We thought that Mashakal would probably go in front, and if he was going to be in front on his own, we would like to be close to him, not to get him an easy lead. Zeustorm, we were not sure if Zeustorm would go with Mashakal at the beginning, so the plan was if these two horses would hook up, then we could maybe be a bit further back, and if Mashakal was going to be on his own in front, then we'd be a little bit closer. So during the race, maybe we were a bit further back than what we had anticipated earlier, but the horse showed great courage, and he was able to come back at the end and just win by a nose, so everything worked out. No, we gave him a few options, you know, and, you know, because when the gates open, everything changes. So, you know, you always have to leave a bit of leeway to the jockeys. You know, at the end of the day, they're the one on top of the horse, and whenever the gates open, everything changes. So we can have as many plans as we want, you know. So I think, you know, it's a feeling that the jockeys have. They're the one that are riding the horses. So no matter what plans we have, we still have to give them a bit of leeway, so for them to be able to adjust during the race.
From the beginning, when I was traveling well, I just hope, you know, that the pace will be on, that he can relax and change the legs properly. And then when I make my move down the lane, I know he will maintain and stay there. And that's what he did. He did well today. He's a winner, so that's what we want, you know. The horse, you know, was in a good position going forward. The speed was on. And I find myself on third spot, you know, and traveling quite okay. And down the turn, we make our own move, trying to catch the leader. The leader get a bit tired because I think he went a bit too fast. But today, you know, my horse, you know, did everything I asked him to do, and we're super pleased.
شاهد الإثارة، شاهد الانطلاقة الصاروخية، شاهد كتابة التاريخ. مشاكل لا زال في الصدارة، لكن أيضا مهيب مرعب، مهيب مخيف، مهيب يهيب، يحاول أن ينتزع الصدارة، لكن مشاكل يحافظ عليها. شاهد قمة الإثارة، قمة التنافس. مهيب يا سلام، مهيب ينتصر، مهيب ينتزع لقب هذا الشوط الرئيسي. يا سلام على هذا الانتصار. مهيب هو بطل بطولة UAE 2000 جينيز. يا سلام على هذا الانتصار. بطولة 2000 جينيز الإماراتي من نصيب مهيب. الناموس لسمو الشيخ أحمد بن راشد المكتوم ولي نيكولاس باشار رايان كوراتولو هو البطل مع مهيب.
This one is on the dirt, you know. He's a good horse for going for the future. We have to see step by step. The trainer will put him in the right direction, and we will follow as playing.
أنا صراحة شفت إنه he had too much to do صراحة إنه يلحق الأول، وخاصة إنه شفت مشاكل في آخر ريس هي كيك دون وراح، فألين الخط ما صدقت إن نحن سبقناه، لكن ما شاء الله حصان طيب وجيد، وقال لي الفارس توه هي ريلاكست وهي didn't want to push him في البداية but he fought all the way، والحمد لله رب العالمين. نشوف الحين what will be the next step، وأحب أبارك لسمو الشيخ أحمد بن راشد المكتوم الفوز بسباقة 2000 جينيز. الحمد لله يعني انه وثق فينا وعطانا الثقه ان نشتري هذه الخيل ونجيبها هني وندربها، وهذا قبل شيء نقدم لسموه يعني as a return to him.
It was great, you know, winning 2000 guineas on a big occasion, carnival especially. And from last 3 years we were doing nothing. This year we came back strong with a good horse, and he's one of the best horse in our yard.
Yeah, it was a fast-run race. You know, I think they set the stake record for the race, so I think it speaks for itself. You know, short field is not always easy, but obviously they were good horses. You know, Mashakal is a good horse. Naval Crown of Charlie Appleby obviously is a nice horse as well. So, yeah, the time was fast. Well, we knew, you know, Hector that rides him, his rider was very confident the horse was doing well in the morning, and you know, the horse was coming into the race the right way for us. You know, he was eating well, he looked well, he trained well. So we were hoping, that he'd run a good race. But, you know, with horse racing, there is always lots of up and downs, you know. So we always hope and pray, but it doesn't always work out. Hopefully and thankfully for us, it worked out that day.
In the 2000 guineas, Mashakal, the one to run over. Naval Crown, the outside. 3 lengths away to Muhib, now under pressure, followed by Zeustorm, but Mashakal will turn and scoot away.
After that, you know, I guess for most trainers, first you feel relief, you know, because it's always quite a bit of pressure when you get into races like that, especially probably as the favorite in the race. But that's it for me. I don't get too emotional, you know, so I'm just happy to win, and we're happy for Sheikh Ahmed Mohammed Al Shahi. You know, they've put a lot of time and effort into the stable, try to bring back to the stable to what it was before. So I feel we owe them a lot.
Yeah, my throat got infected, so I was like, you know, We wanted to win it, so you saw in our races, we came back very positive. You know, it's a good feeling winning a big race, especially in Carnival. It is good for our stable, good for our grooms, everything, supporting staff, riders, trainers, assistants, everyone.
Winner's time there, 1:36.46. 1:36.46 was the winner's time. Very quick performance. Very quick time indeed, considering last year.
بالإضافة أنه هو المرشح الأول عالميا، هاي بحد ذاتها يعني شيء كبير بحق الرقم 3 الأمامنا اللي هو مهيب بشعار سمو الشيخ أحمد بن راشد المكتوم.
Cost $400,000.
Yeah, he jumped off well. He traveled well behind the pace. You know, he was in a perfect position. Didn't get much kickback. You know, and like I say, last 3.5 furlong he was just traveling the best.
ألف مبروك والناموس لسمو الشيخ أحمد بن راشد المكتوم. انتصار ولا أروع. فوتو فينش.
كانت عندنا سنوات صعبة، لكن الحمد لله سمو الشيخ صبر علينا، واليوم نحن بدينا يعني نجني ثمار اللي زرعناه. كنت اقول له شيء اخرت وايد، فيقول لي they went too fast وخليته ورا، فقلت له الحمد لله ان البوست came in time for him to win the race. فالحمد لله احب اهدي الانجاز هذا لكل الفريق اللي في جبل علي، ويعني انا جزء بسيط من الفريق هذا اللي اعطى الفوز هذا كله اليوم سمو الشيخ احمد.
الناموس لسمو الشيخ أحمد بن راشد المكتوم ولنيكولاس باشارد. رايان كوراتولو هو البطل مع مهيب، بطل بطولة 2000 جينز الإماراتي.
Like to thank His Highness Sheikh Hamad and like to thank our manager Mohammed, trainers, Nicholas, assistant. We have got very good assistant, good trainer, supporting staff, very good grooms, very good riders. You know, we are building up, so we have got a bright future in Jabal Ali stables. He loves grass, so usually he came from the race. As we unloaded the horses from the truck, he went straight to his grazing. He goes in the morning, he goes in the evening, so he loves grazing. So we take him, he gets senior feed, apples, carrot, everything. Our horses get the 5-star treatment in our whole Jabal Ali. They are treated like 5 stars, they are champions. So we are, you know, equally, we measure the horses equally, not up and down, you know.
You know, winning this race means a lot for the whole team at Jabal Ali. It's something that we've been waiting for. We've been struggling for a few years. So, like I said, you know, winning that race means a lot to all the people that work here. You know, it's a big operation, so it's not just about me. It's a whole team that's around us. You know, the assistant, the grooms, the riders, and all the people that work at maintenance around here. So I think it's a credit to Sheikh Ahmed too to have believed in us and kept us here for that long. I just feel that, you know, winning this race is a credit to Sheikh Ahmed for believing in us and giving us the funds, you know, to be able to buy new horses and to regenerate a little bit the stock that we had here at Jabal Ali. I think it's a good win for the whole stable. All the people that work here, you know, assistant, grooms, maintenance. I think whoever worked there has worked here has worked very hard for this win. So I think it's a credit to everybody. And we always hope, you know, whenever you buy horses, whenever you have horses, you always hope to compete at the biggest level. So, of course, I think, you know, like I said, we're grateful to have a horse like that, you know, because they don't come around very often. So I think we're all very happy that he's here.
The Guineas, Muhib the outside, getting the upper hand and got there.
The plans would have been similar, probably, you know. I mean, would have followed the plan. If we would have been beaten by quite a long ways, then we would have had maybe to change. But no matter what, even if he would have finished second in the race, I don't think the plans would have changed too much. I mean, the aim is always going to be the UAE Derby. Whether he goes to the Saudi Derby before that or not, we'll leave the decision up to Sheikh Ahmed. But, you know, the ultimate goal is always going to be the UAE Derby. So I think no matter what, from that race, you know, the UAE Derby is the goal. I think it's still a little bit up in the air. First, we'll have to see how he comes back off the race. He had a hard race again this time. On the day of the Dubai World Cup, you have a race called the UAE Derby. So this is for 3-year-olds only, which he is 3, so we probably would aim for that race. In summer, we'll just give him a long break, you know, probably 2 or 3 months off, just resting. And, you know, maybe he still has a little bit of growing to do. He needs to mature, so we'll just use that time just to give him a break and probably come back into training in August or somewhere around there.
والله ان شاء الله يعني طبعا بنتكلم مع سمو الشيخ احمد وهو بيقرر. الحصان بعده في السعودي ديربي so we'll see how is he after the race بس الاغلب انه بيكون الديربي.
الآن سندخل في مسألة الالتفاف وبعد ذلك سنذهب إلى الخط المستقيم وبندول لا زال متصدر منذ البداية. هل سيحافظ على صدارته؟ لا زال يقود ركب المقدمة بينما هناك في المركز الثاني عملية التقدم من رابلز رومانز. شاهد كتابة التاريخ، شاهد الانقضاض على الصدارة. يا سلام يا رابلز رومانز، انقضى على الصدارة، انتزع المركز الأول.
He probably won't go to Europe. You know, he's probably bred to run on dirt, so I would say that the horse will probably stay in the UAE and whatever happens this year, try to build a campaign for him next year. I would assume that, you know, UK, most of the races is on the grass and this horse is bred for dirt, so I would assume that that horse will probably stay in the UAE and run in the UAE next year. But if they felt at any stage that they wanted the horse to go to England, then we'd be happy to oblige.
الناموس لسمو الشيخ أحمد بن راشد آل مكتوم ولنيكولاس باشر. رايان كوراتولو هو البطل مع مهيب، بطل بطولة 2000 كينيت الإماراتي.